He is the author of a new book, and it's a great read, folks. The United States of Trump by Bill O'Reilly. It is a fantastic read, an insight like you'll get nowhere else into the president, and a walk down memory lane leading up to the election of November 2016, including many other things. Also, BillO'Reilly.com, a great new column out called The Hope. He's on the phone with us right now. Bill O'Reilly, good morning to you.
Good morning, gentlemen. How's it going?
Going good.
Could be a lot worse, Bill. Could be. Yeah. No. Go ahead.
You know, it's windy out here on Long Island, and everybody's panicking. It's just windy.
But you have your power. You have electricity, so you're good, right?
Yeah, I'm okay. The Holly the Terror Dog is defying the wind, and that's the big deal. If you don't get the dog out of the house, there's a problem.
So, Bill, before we get to your column, it's called The Hope. Last night, or yesterday, I should say, the Democratic House, they voted with Republicans to rebuke the president on his Syria policy. Then they went up to the White House, and they got into a real nasty spat. And the Democrats ran out Pelosi, Schumer to the microphone, started whining. What do you make of all this?
Well, number one, it points out that the press is so damaged that did you believe that Donald Trump had a meltdown? That was the original headline. Donald Trump is a meltdown. Did you guys read that, believe that when you saw it?
No, not at all. No.
Okay. So I didn't believe it either. And I'd say that most of your listeners right now we don't believe it because we know the press is going to spin it negative against Trump. All right, so as it unfolds, there was a contention in the room because President Trump despises Nancy Pelosi. Is that news? No. She's trying to kill him. So he loathes her, and vice versa. Now, on the bigger issue, I said very early on when I heard about the Syria story, the timing is not right. And I attribute this to Donald Trump's emotion right now. I think he needs to step back. I'm glad he's doing the little rally in Texas tonight. That'll buoy his spirits a little bit, but I wouldn't have done that now because it just creates another issue, another problem for him that he doesn't need.
But he says that the Turks were coming no matter what. We had to get out of the way.
Well, you can get out of the way without making it official. We're getting out of there, and the Kurds are going to have to fight it on their own.
And then, by the way, speak about the Kurds who, whether you love them or not, they did sacrifice 11,000 in the help to defeat ISIS. Calling them yesterday, they're not angels. I mean, come on, man. You just love these people not that long ago.
I remember running a commercial on the O'Reilly Factor where the Kurdish government put out a thank you America for deposing Saddam Hussein. Right. And I ran it and I said, these are the only people who have shown gratitude for our sacrifice in that hellhole, the Kurds. So it's not a good PR thing for President Trump. If he wants to get troops out, and he does, and he campaigned on it, I don't object to that. But do it in a way that doesn't cause an uproar, because it is the uproar du jour now. And that's not helping the president. People are going, can we just get a day off from uproar? Can we have one day off from it?
Really.
Even Lindsey Graham, who has really gone from a never-Trumper to a guy that has gone to Trump's side. And we know how he feels. We know he's a hawk. We know he would start a war every day if that was a possibility. But he's been pretty loyal to Trump the last couple of years. Bill, you know that. And Trump going off on him yesterday, I just don't get it sometimes. I know you feel the need. I do it, too, to defend yourself. But he is the president of the United States. He's got to find a better way. He just has to.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at the big picture where we are in America, with 12 and a half months to go before the vote, Donald Trump has a tremendous opportunity here to get reelected. But he has to calm it down, all right? You can't just have strife, all right? Even if Trump supporters, all right, we can't have strife every single day. So sometimes you have to wait. Sometimes you have to be a little bit more diplomatic in your language. I think Donald Trump should issue a statement today about Elijah Cummings and say the White House mourns his passing. He was a patriot. We may not have agreed, and our sympathies and prayers go to his family. Don't you think you should tweet that out?
We spoke about that this morning.
6 a.m.
Say something nice and very complimentary, and take the high road and be done with it, and then let it go. So anyway, Bill O'Reilly, let's get to your column here. It's called The Hope at BillO'Reilly.com, and you talk about the Democratic debate held the other night by the biased CNN. Tell us about it, please.
Okay, so this goes back to what I just said about Trump having a big opportunity. There is nobody on that stage, nobody, that has captured the imagination of the American voter. I mean, just think about it, all right? If you had to pick one of those people, just one, to run the country, would you be happy about it?
Oh, God.
Terrified.
Oh, my God, no.
Just one out of 12.
Nope.
Now, the best of them is Buttigieg.
Agreed.
If you're just going on logic and presentation, he's the best. The worst is O'Rourke, who's a fascist liar, okay? I'm sorry to call names, but I don't know how to describe him other than that. If you disagree with me on gay marriage, I'm going to pull your taxes if you're a church. I'm going to try to drive you out of business because you don't think the way I do. I mean, this is a real dangerous character. He's gone. He's not going to be around anymore. He's polling at 2%. I can't believe 2% want him. But he's gone. So you have a situation where the Democratic Party now is based on hope. Not hope and change, as Obama, just hope. Like, I don't know who among these people are going to, even if Trump's the worst, at least the economy's good. At least the economy's good. What are these people going to bring? Talk about chaos. Talk about having no clue about how the country runs. I mean, it would just be unbelievable.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If you're a Trump fan, this is the worst thing that could have happened. The worst thing is the fact that these 12 people, as you're pointing out, Bill, are so unimpressive. It's the worst thing because now you've got a guy who knows a little bit about the economy, knows how to make billions and billions of dollars, and did a tremendous job of running this city, which ain't an easy job, right? Bill de Blasio for 12 years, and Mike Bloomberg seriously considering jumping in. And I don't know about you, Bill O'Reilly, but my money, I think Bloomberg gives Donald Trump the fight of his life.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
Can we get a bus ticket for Sid to Alabama or maybe Idaho or perhaps North Dakota?
Because he's Jewish, you saying that?
No, it's not because he's Jewish.
I don't know why.
It's because he's look.
Trump's a New Yorker.
I like him personally, all right? And he's a very intelligent man, and I think he loves his country. But he's got no people skills. He can't campaign. Trump is 6'2". He's 5'1". I mean, it's Martin Van Buren come back to life. Sid, in New York and Boston and San Francisco and L.A., yeah, maybe, but not in Kentucky.
But why? Donald Trump is from New York, too, last I checked.
But he's a charismatic guy.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, look, it's like Bernard McGurk. He's charismatic. Wherever he goes, people are drawn to him.
True.
All right? Bloomberg's not that way.
No, and
they don't like him.
He also is a climate change nut, which doesn't bode well for him.
Right,
in
and he's not going to
Pennsylvania.
let you drink 7-Up. You can't have any more Dr. Pepper. He doesn't have a chance, Sid. He's not running.
Okay.
No, he better get in soon if he does. But speaking of the debate the other night, the bias on hand amongst the, I say between Aaron Burnett and
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I'm way beyond that now. I'm not expecting anything. I mean, it was a little shocking that Anderson Cooper said to Biden, "Oh, we all know this is bull that you didn't do anything wrong in Ukraine."
Unbelievable.
We all know that. I'm going, what? He's just, we don't all know that, Anderson. You're in the tank, but not everybody is.
No.
They'd like a tough question. All right? I mean, they'd like a question framed. So, Mr. Vice President, with all due respect, do you know how bad this looks? That's the question.
Right.
How long did it take? 8 seconds for me to come up with that question? Do you know how bad this looks?
Or what qualifications did your son have for getting the job?
You don't even have to go into that. Okay? Because then he goes, well, my son is a brilliant guy, and he did this when he was 7, and I remember he hit a double in Little League. You don't want to give him that.
No.
When you ask a question in a debate, the question has to be so pointed that there isn't room for this ridiculous speech, all right, that they all give. And these people don't think about their questions. I mean, they just go down by rote. And they allow them to say whatever they want to say. And then they go, oh, okay, let's move along. And, yes, Bernie Sanders, you're going to spend $90 trillion. That's right. Are you going to sell California? Because the Chinese will buy it. Because we don't have we owe 22, Bernie. Do you have a calculator, Bernie? Do you have one on you? Let me just give that to you. You're spending $90 trillion. We owe 22. What is that? That's $112 trillion. All right.
Let me just try to do the math, Bill.
Wait. Well, they'll pay their fair share. Bernie, there isn't enough money in the country. We can't print it. All right? You have to sell a quarter of the country to raise that kind of money. It's just insane. And then everybody's standing around going, oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to give everybody universal child care. Every baby! Every baby's going to have a babysitter! There aren't enough human beings to do it.
Somebody is on fire.
On fire.
Yeah, I mean, but it's just, I'm sitting there in my living room, I'm tweeting how insane. And then the woman living in her car in Las Vegas has 4 jobs.
Right.
Remember that?
Yes.
And then they attacked me for saying, I don't really believe that. I don't believe a human being has 4 jobs in the first place, all right? And secondly, if you're in Vegas, you're living in your car, you don't have 4 jobs. And it turns out, then the woman goes, oh, Riley doesn't know. And it's, hey, lady, if you have a car, if you can drive, get in a taxi cab. You can earn $60,000 in Vegas. There are millions of tourists there that need rides. All right? This is what I mean. Oh, that's right. The woman has 4 jobs and is living in her car. Bernie's going to give her a house in Beverly Hills. I mean, it's just goes on. And then Trump should just take all this and just like shrug his shoulders, go, is this what you want?
Right.
It's true.
Instead of going back and forth. Hey,
now,
listen.
that presentation I just gave you is just the tip of the iceberg in Huntington on December 15th.
Oh, we can't wait at the Paramount Theater. Bill, we're really excited about this.
I want everybody to know that this isn't going to be some stodgy show. This is going to be, we're letting it hang out here. We're telling you the truth. And Huntington, we're going to do a show, the Understanding Trump Tour. You guys are going to be there.
Yep.
We're going to have a blast. United States of Trump just got a $25,000 25,000 copy order yesterday.
Wow.
Book's been out almost a month.
That is great.
Yeah, I mean, it's just because people are starting to catch on. I mean, they're saying, look, we need to know the truth. And you do. I mean, this next vote that we have in 2020, November, this is so important for the United States and for you and your country and everything. We can't let this country go the direction it's going in. We got to stop this. Because this is madness. It really is madness.
It is. It is a turning point this November 2020. Which way will we go? Bill O'Reilly. Go to BillO'Reilly.com. The Paramount in Huntington on December 15th. Bill, you killed it this morning.
Amazing.
Thank you very much.